Yeah, welcome back to Generation Bizzle Radio.
We were in discussion talking about the game still.
Yeah.
Wasn't a foul. No, it actually was a foul.
It was a foul,
but like I said, one call doesn't change the whole game. They had plenty.
It changed that game.
They shouldn't have been down by 17. They
In the
shouldn't have been
first
trying
quarter,
to come
exactly.
back. I call them the Oklahoma comebacks. That's all they ever do.
Well, that
is
was
try to come
Westbrook's
back.
fault.
That was. So, and also too, we got a legend here, and I want to make sure I introduce Mr. Darryl Mooney to Generation Bizzle Radio. And then, is it headset? You got?
Oh,
yeah. Headsets and everything. So,
Point that he was like, what is this?
so first off, man, I want to thank you for coming, man. We appreciate you.
Oh, welcome. I'm honored to be here amongst the young people.
Right, I know. He's like, y'all young niggas ain't did shit.
Well, Kente's not that young.
Wow. Graduated a week before you. How you gonna do that?
A week before you?
We went to the same time.
No, we didn't.
Oh,
Kente and I have done many clubs together.
Yeah.
Kente is a very funny gentleman, so I'm always honored to be around a brother.
Yeah.
We shoot you that $20. Thank you. Glad you remember that whole script I shot you last night. Appreciate that.
So Mr. Mooney, I want to first ask you and kind of get your. We was talking about the basketball
Yes.
game. You had some great.
Yeah. Well, one thing. First of all, Oklahoma. It's one of the best championship series that we've seen in a long time because you actually have stars guarding stars.
That's right.
Okay, and you got a lot of things going on. Dwayne Wade is not at his optimum.
No, he's
You
not.
see, LeBron, he's got to still show that he's a champion and come through in the crunch.
Right.
So we're watching that, and we're watching the growth of Durant becoming the superstar of the league.
Right.
He's just
Even
incredible.
with the Forrest Whitaker fade.
Exactly. And then we watching what.
You got the Forrest Whitaker
Oklahoma, you know they ain't got you farmers out there. They just like work with what you got, man.
Yeah. Well, when he was born, he was 30, so we already know what's going on with that. But you also have Westbrook. You know, Westbrook plays erratic, and he plays great.
Yeah.
You know, he's always, like you said, he's always angry and all these emotions going on. But that makes him what he is.
Passionate.
That makes him what he
He's
is.
not bad. He's making UCLA look bad.
That's right.
He's making UCLA look amazing.
I think of Reggie Miller.
That's the same one, Reggie Miller. You know, he started a fight with Kobe back in the day.
But Reggie Miller was
two
the
cats
man.
beat up Kobe back.
Yeah, Reggie was tough. He was all right. He just had a good
He
offensive
had a hell
game.
of
That's
an
about it.
outside shot.
Yeah, that's about
I
it.
think Reggie over Westbrook.
Well, Westbrook is still coming though.
Yeah.
Westbrook is bad now. That boy,
I don't see it.
That boy, when he's
You
on,
don't see it?
I don't see it.
When he's
okay,
on?
Gilbert Arenas was hot at one point. He was a great
He
scorer.
was great till he brought the
And he
guns.
was crazy.
Till he
Where's
brought the
Gilbert
guns, he was the man.
Where's Gilbert Arenas at? Westbrook is
Like
like I
his
said,
game in the
he's a
penitentiary.
great scorer, but he's not a true point guard. And I
no,
think
he's
that-
not. He never.
No.
But he never
There is no
claimed
such
that.
thing as a true point
They
guard.
made him a
There's a
point guard.
pass first point guard. There's a score first point
Chris
guard.
Paul, Derrick Rose. There's so many point guards that I just.
So
Jason
that's
Kidd.
that doesn't mean that you're not a true point guard.
No, you gotta be able
But
to
he was a
distribute.
two guard. He was a two guard.
Yeah.
He
He
made
gets his
a point
assists.
guard, and he
Right.
still goes off in his mind like he's a two guard.
Right.
And then he has to remember, I am a point guard, and that's when he starts passing like he did the second half.
That's true.
Now, when he's making his shots, it's all good. When he's missing, it's crazy.
Right, because I know a lot of the scrutiny is he's not getting Durant the ball enough. Durant was on fire the second half.
Yeah.
So my thing is, I'm gonna get Durant the ball as much as I can, but he's too busy trying to, do his thing and,
But wait, I don't know. We'll see.
Well, he's
We'll
the second
see.
leading scorer on the team.
Yeah, he's gotta score.
He's
He's a
supposed to
bad
shoot.
boy.
He's
He's
supposed
gotta
to
score.
shoot. You know what I mean?
The coach
Behind
ain't-
Kevin Durant.
We'll see.
He's bad
The coach
boy.
ain't pull you, then
We'll
you must
see.
be doing
Harden
something
is the
right.
one that brought him back, though.
Harden can play.
That's a
Even though I don't
bad
like
boy.
him, but he can play.
Harden and those naked mole rats there.
And his beard, he comes off the bench.
I thought Ron Artest
Maybe
knocked
we
the
should
beard
talk
off.
about comedy.
Okay, yeah. Transition.
I thought we
Because
was talking about comedy.
we're
Right.
sitting here talking about basketball.
Basketball comedy.
Okay.
I know.
So, and I know Johnny Mack, when he gets, he's gonna chime in on this, but we were talking about like the state of comedy.
State of comedy.
So, and from to now, where do you think comedy's at? Where do you think it's going?
Like from what?
from
What are you basing it on?
from our era, from going
What's
back
different
to
nowadays?
from going back to like to me the golden era, which was like the 90s, where a lot of sitcoms were there. We have black comedians. Everybody was pretty much doing their thing, making money. And now you're limited to like we have Kevin Hart. We have like one comedian that comes in every 5 years. It was Cat Williams before then.
Right.
So and then it was Dave Chappelle before then. So what's the state of comedy?
Well, that's white Hollywood that does that. You know,
Okay.
they pick and choose what they think and who they want to get over. But as far as black comedy is concerned, across this nation, it's never been better.
Okay.
There's so many comedians making money today, black comedians. They've created their own genres. There's so many clubs in Los Angeles. People are renting out themselves. It's no longer, your fame is no longer dependent upon the Comedy Store, the Laugh Factory, and the improvisation like it was years ago when they would not let gangster blacks or a certain kind of black person allowed to come in those clubs and perform. But because of Def Jam and the things that happened, that door broke down, and now entrepreneurs are able to do their own thing, and comics are able to make money, you see, in this business. So the state of comedy today is, I think, is pretty amazing. I think it's amazing that a brother like Kevin Hart can make the kind of money that he's making, you see, because he's like a new kind of Flip Wilson kind of energy, and what he's doing is incredible as far as a business person, as far as what he's been able to do with social network of Facebook and Twitter and all that. It's amazing, I think.
And you said Flip Wilson, because I know Flip Wilson was one of the first, you know, black comedians and just black people in general to basically have his own show, produce it. You know, he owned it. And, you know, and like that's huge. So we've been entrepreneurs for a while. So my thing is though, with the new generation, are we really keeping up with comedy? Are we going through growing pains? I know a lot of older comedians say we're going through growing pains.
Now, I'll say this about the growing pains part. The younger comedians think, if I can tell a joke, then I can be on stage.
Right.
And like Darryl said, there's so many clubs that say we got to have comedy every night that they're putting up people that should not be on stage before they're on stage.
And I see like a lot of cats, a lot of these new comedians coming up, they don't really know comedy, so they watch Def Jam and I can do that. And they gonna say, yeah, what's up, brother? I shot this girl. What's up, white girl? Hey, like,
thank you. Good night.
The others are here, like, man, what are you doing? Like, you doing some old stuff?
Because people understand, just like basketball, just like any art form, there's a science to it. There's a science to writing a joke. And whenever anybody comes to me, Kente, I can do what you do. I'm like, okay, do it for a month. Then we can work together. When I say take a workshop, learn how to write a setup and a punchline. It's not just because your boys laugh, they gonna laugh because you done bought them drinks.
You funny at the cubicle at your job.
Exactly. That don't count.
You can kill that.
Make some angry strangers out the house because they got cut off and 3 of their kids at the house. They just want to get outside and laugh. Make them laugh.
So what is the science behind it? Like, how do you write a joke? Where does a joke start and where does it go?
There's many different ways to write a joke. There's stream of consciousness. There's set up punchline. There's monologues. There's a lot of different ways to write a joke. He said you can go to a workshop. That's one thing you can definitely do. What I suggest to young comedians is that they look at comedians that they like. And that they like, because usually those who you like is who you want to do comedy like. And you watch their timing, because comedy is about timing. You see, because me and Kente can tell we can tell a joke and I maybe get a laugh off of it, he may not, or vice versa, but it's about the delivery and the timing of it. And I believe if you're authentic to what you're doing and you're coming from your truth, then you'll be original instead of being a copycat. One thing that he said, that there's so many comedians, the good thing about that, see, you look at comedy like basketball, because of all the school grounds and all the folks we had to play, the people who were sorry, the people who was good, that's what makes you good. The cream always rises to the top. That's why I always say the more the better. You have 1 million comedians out there, it doesn't matter, because the cream will always rise to the top, period.
Now, you talked about comedians watching other, comics that they look up to. Now, where does it? Because now some comedians steal jokes. I seen one comic. He stole a Red Fox joke, and I'm like, you did not. How do you steal a Red Fox joke?
They were stealing jokes because they. I don't know what it is, but it's
they bombing.
It's bombing and it's
give it up for yourself.
Exactly.
Give it up for giving it up.
It's lazy. It's hard because it's sorry. A comedian told me writing one good joke is like finding $100 in the street. You don't find it every day, so you got to work towards building that joke. And it's easy to say I can take a Red Fox joke or a Richard Pryor joke or a Bizzle joke because they're taking their own contemporaries jokes now. You're doing them right in the audience. You sit in the audience and they do the joke.
Is he here? Is Kente here?
Yeah, there you go. Cool.
I'm gonna tell this joke.
You went to the bathroom. Well, they ain't got no speakers in the bathroom.
Hey, y'all.
So they're doing that. It's a lack of integrity, of course, and also laziness. Write your own stuff. Like Darryl said, come from your truth. Nobody can talk about my daughter
Right.
but me, and make it funny.
Right.
So,
Exactly.
you know, you talking about who is Henry? I know that's my joke.
Right.
Because that's from my daughter.
Right.
You know.
But I don't ever worry about that because it just shows their limitation. It shows that I'm flattered by it when I hear my stuff. Because they can never take your creativity, brother. They can never duplicate your creativity, your charisma, your presence. They can never do that. They can tell the joke, so what? You got $1 million of them and $1 million more coming.
Right.
I like
I
it.
feel
good now. I'm about to go out and say, hey, y'all, what's up? What's going on?
Yeah, steal all my jokes.
I mean, it shows that you're doing something right.
Yeah,
if you're
exactly.
So who is original to you guys? Like, who are comedians that you think are the cream that has risen to the top?
Kente Scott. What?
Kente Scott, of course. Kente Shagan.
Oh, you're not supposed to remember all that.
But aside, I mean, who do you think is original?
I like Deon Cole.
Yeah.
Deon Cole's good.
Hilarious.
Ian Edwards.
Yeah.
You're
Man,
hilarious.
who else? It's Hannibal.
Hannibal. I like Tony Baker.
Tony Baker.
Hilarious.
Marunzio Vance, who came down 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
Very funny. So I think
it's a lot of
people,
fun.
but it's like Hollywood.
Everybody
like
may not be.
Yeah, Maranzio has his own delivery too.
Yeah.
Everybody may not be famous, but that doesn't see. All the comedians, if you listen, do not judge your comedy because you haven't become a major success.
Right.
Because that they pick and choose, but because of the social network, you can create your own audience, your own following, and make your own money. And Hollywood will never even hear about you, long as you're doing your thing. And then again, the cream will rise to the top because once they see your audience build, they will come and get you.
Right.
Okay, that's how the game is played. It's show business. Realize that it's a business also.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I like that.
You know, there's when you bring up social networking, I see comedians online that are hilarious. They have no followers, and I'm like, you are not marketing. No, but you're not marketing yourself. There's a science behind social networking.
Exactly.
You know, those hashtags and getting retweets and things like that. Those are ways that you build your audience that a lot of people don't capitalize on, and they don't understand that is how you are building your own audience.
That's how. What's his name? Shang.
Oh yeah.
Shang. He duplicated the white brother. What's his name? No, Dane Cook. He duplicated Dane Cook because Dane Cook was the first comedian that broke through the social network,
MySpace,
Twitter, and all that, and MySpace. He broke through, and Hollywood said they wasn't even giving him play.
Right.
He got all that audience
he
from
wasn't even really all that funny.
No, he wasn't.
It don't matter. It don't matter.
As long as you're selling out arenas.
But
he marketed himself well.
He worked it, and he had millions of people following him. And Hollywood say, of course, he's a white boy.
Right.
They said, come on,
come on in.
But doesn't Hollywood love black comedians?
They do to a certain extent.
They do.
I said they
to a certain extent.
They do.
As long as they ignorant.
Exactly. There you go.
They love it. But when you become sophisticated, when you become a very smart
Dave Chappelle
black
is
comedian,
sophisticated and Chris Rock is sophisticated and smart.
But I'm talking about.
He's talking about business sophisticated.
They are. But I'm talking about dominantly what you see. Those are like what they call. They're like exceptions to the rule. I'm talking about like when you see a Bill Maher who's on every week showing his intelligence every single week, and you see that amongst white comedians all the time. Black comedian is every now and then.
Yeah.
Right.
Every now and then.
Right.
Every now and then.
But that's because it's not marketable. They're not going to put that in theaters. They don't want a person who's
allowed it to not be.
It's marketable. They don't consider it